Hi, I'm Adrian from Micromega Dynamics. In this short tutorial, I'll show you how to perform a custom frequential analysis in the viewer module. I'll also show you how to add statistics information on the chart. If you haven't watched the tutorial covering the basics of the viewer module yet, I encourage you to do it first. We'll first open the viewer module and open a RECOVIB project. I selected a project created with a RECOVIB tiny fixed to the end of a 30 cm pendulum. From the simple pendulum theory, I expect a resonance frequency of 1 Hz. We'll focus on the x-axis, so I'll hide the other ones. Let's check the frequency spectrum with the default FFT parameters. We can either start the dynamic display and observe the successive FFT frames on the right side of the screen, or decide to compute an FFT frame on a specific time range. Let's do it both ways. So we start the dynamic display, and we can clearly identify a dominant frequency at 1 Hz corresponding to the resonance frequency of our pendulum. The peak annotation here also confirms this observation. It's also possible to compute the spectrum on a specific part of the temporal signal. Therefore, stop or pause the dynamic display, select the desired time range, right-click on the time domain chart, and click Compute FFT on the current range. The frame is computed and displayed on the right side of the screen. Again, we observe the 1 Hz dominant frequency component. In the settings window, under the FFT tab, let's observe the different options. Before performing the FFT, temporal windowing can be applied to reduce the effects of spectral leakage. If you place your cursor on the title, you get information on each windowing option. Let's keep a uniform window for this example. The FFT size is the number of samples that will be used to compute each FFT frame. The higher this value, the higher the frequency resolution that you'll obtain. But the higher this value, the longer the time between subsequent updates of the FFT frame. Observe the difference between a 512 FFT size and the 4096 FFT size. Using an averaging depth greater than 1, let's say 25, we compute a moving average on the 25 last FFT frames and display the result. That way, you are able to smooth the spectrum. There is a clear difference between that kind of spectrum and that kind of spectrum. Like in the time domain chart, the frequency domain chart contains a context menu. Right-click on the frequency domain chart to open it. That way you can enable or disable the logarithmic mode for the vertical axis. You can also choose between 5 FFT-based computations and export good quality snapshots of your current charts in PNG or XPS file. It's also possible to export the current frame as a CSV file. Let's try that. Let's open it. and we get the current frame as a CSV file. Another interesting frequential feature is the spectrogram view. To illustrate this feature, I'll open a RECOVIB project where a frequency sweep was recorded with a RECOVIB Tiny. The spectrogram view is only possible in the frequency domain layout. As a reminder, go to the Display tab and select this radio button to enter this mode. Now get back to the FFT tab and check the Spectrogram View checkbox. Launch the dynamic mode. The spectrogram feature is useful when you want to evaluate the temporal evolution of the frequential components of the signal. For example, here we are able to observe a frequency sweep from 10 Hz to 200 Hz. Zoom on the top chart to zoom on a specific frequency range in the spectrogram. Now we get to the second part of this tutorial. We'll add statistics to the chart. As an example, we'll add peak and average annotations to the time domain chart. Therefore, we get to the Analysis tab in the Settings window. We check the peak and average checkboxes. We can now observe the values in the graph. Note that these values are computed on the visible range. As a reminder, you can modify the visible range in the Display tab of the Settings window. Here, the visible range is set to 5 seconds. That means the peak and average values are computed on the last 5 seconds displayed in the time domain. Another way of generating these values is to stop or pause the dynamic display. Select the desired time range, right-click on the time domain chart and click Compute FFT on the current range. As said previously, this computes an FFT frame but also computes and updates the statistics annotations. Similarly, you can display the entire measure at once, select the desired time range and compute the statistics on that time range.